It's time again for Health Monitor, the #1 program that's so to help to live a life in its healthiest way, to improve the quality of health and life and inspire you and give you the hope that you can live a healthy life every day. It's Health Monitor, your guide to good health. It's Health Monitor, the #1 health show.
You're welcome very specially to Help Monitor Your Guide to Good Health. Today's package is loaded, okay? We have Dr. Ivy standing by from True Care Fertility Clinic. She's going to give you information that will assist you to conceive in case you cannot conceive naturally, all right? And then on body care, we are looking at the effect of sugar on the body. You've been hearing don't take too much sugar. Why should you not take too much sugar? Or why should you stay away from sugar? Celia Penny, our epigenetic nutrition educator, will be taking a shot at this, okay? So let's take a break and we'll come back. We kick off with the show proper.
It's Health Monitor, the #1 health show.
It can be pretty annoying when I have to deal with oil and grease in the kitchen, stains in the toilet, dust in my car and office. But the new Fresher Wonder Wipe multi-purpose towel, all of that is in the past. Now, my kitchen utensils are oil and grease free. My toilet is sparkling clean. My car and office, wow. And guess what? I don't have to worry about any other paper wipe and the stains on them. Fresher Wonder Wipe multi-purpose towel is first of its kind. It can be used anywhere and everywhere. It is strong, absorbent, hygienic, and it saves cost because it is washable and reusable. It comes in a normal and heavy-duty sheet for stain removal. Fresher Wonder Wipes multi-purpose towel is available in all leading stores in Nigeria. A quality product from the House of Daraju.
It's Health Monitor, the #1 health show.
Since there are two tubes, if a woman has one of the tubes blocked, then there's a theoretical 50% chance in getting pregnant. We've had a 62-year-old woman got pregnant with twins and delivered.
Many women go from one hospital to the other, trying to cure what is not actually a disease.
Good day, viewers. You're welcome to the assisted reproduction section of the show. I'm Dr. Ivy Omori from True Care Fertility Clinic. Today we are going to be talking about endometriosis. What is endometriosis? Endometriosis is a disease that affects women who are in their reproductive age. It's a condition when you have the inner lining of the womb, which is normally shed during menstruation, being found outside of the womb. So the common places you find endometriotic tissue, endometriosis, is around the reproductive system, like the ovary, the fallopian tube, the pelvic area, the peritoneum. You can find, but it can be in any part of the body, but the commonest site you find it is in the ovary. How do women know when they have endometriosis? What are the signs and symptoms? What are the causes? And how do you go about it? What is the treatment available for endometriosis? So first of all, endometriosis, usually it's a disease that when you have that lining outside of the womb, when the woman is seeing her menstruation, when she's menstruating, as long as she's shedding the womb lining, that lining outside of the womb too is also menstruating. So the cardinal symptom, you have pain. It could be generalized pelvic pain. You could have serious menstrual pain, and it could be continuous lower abdominal pain up to the back. The pain can even be up to the back, and continuous pain. And this is usually because when she menstruates in these places, there is no exit point for the menstruation. The menstruation can't come out. So it keeps expanding, and you have what we call inflammatory reaction, and this usually results in pain. And over time, you have fibrosis and scarring, healing of that tissue. So, when you cut yourself, you're going to heal by scarring. So you have scarring and then adhesion formation, whereby adhesion, they are kind of like scars inside of the body now. So this addition tethers down other internal organs to where you have the endometriotic tissue. So you have severe pain, severe menstrual pain. Some of these women, they have to be admitted some days before their menstruation because the pain is so unbearable. So when you have severe menstrual pain, always think of endometriosis and do not take it for granted because this can affect the fertility of a woman. Endometriosis usually also come with infertility or subfertility. What are the predisposing factors to endometriosis? Who are those at risk of having endometriosis? First of all, if you have a first degree relative who has endometriosis, maybe a sister, a mother, a sibling who has endometriosis, you are at risk of having endometriosis. Genetic factor is very important role when it comes to endometriosis. There are some postulations about toxins. Some toxins like dioxins have been linked to endometriosis. Then you have some other theories, medical theories like retrograde menstruation, bullerinosis, and all others. These have been linked to endometriosis. But what affects the major effect of endometriosis on women in this part of our environment is the infertility. A lot of women may be able to withstand the pain and ignore it, but when it comes to having children, we know how important that is to us, and that is when we come in. Endometriosis can be managed in various ways. You can manage the pain with pain relief, painkillers, analgesics, but when it comes to the infertility, IVF is of paramount importance to managing endometriosis, when it comes to having children. Because this endometriotic tissue, if it's found in the ovary, is going to try to destroy the ovarian reserve. We know that as a woman, our eggs are stored in our ovaries. So if you now have endometriotic tissue, that's the endometriosis found in the ovary, as the woman is menstruating, this forms a cyst, and we call it endometrioma. It keeps growing, and as it's growing, it's destroying the ovarian tissue and destroying parts of the woman's eggs. So the earlier she acts on having a child, the better for her. So a woman who has endometriosis needs to be very fast about getting pregnant. And IVF has been of benefit to women with endometriosis. So how do we go about this IVF? If the endometriosis hasn't damaged too much of her ovaries, her eggs can be used. She's stimulated, her eggs are grown, and once they have grown, we bring them out in the theater, but it's not surgically. It's not done surgically. We just put her to sleep, bring it out, and once the eggs are out, fertilize it with the male gametes. After fertilization, we allow the embryos, which I can call babies, to grow for a while in the laboratory for about 5 days in laboratory, and we return these embryos to the woman. So every woman who has endometriosis needs to be very, very fast. Though there are other methods that endometriosis can be managed, but when it comes to fertility, the first thing a woman who has endometriosis should think about is IVF. You can manage the pain, like I said, with analgesic. There are other gonadotropin releasing hormone agonists that can be used to suppress the growth of the endometriosis, but these things are not going to help in the fertility part of managing it. So what do you do? And then you can also use some oral contraceptive pills for the management of endometriosis, and this is just to help reduce the bulk. Then some other drugs are also used in management of endometriosis, but these drugs do not address trying to conceive part of endometriosis, and that is where IVF comes into play. So how do women know they have endometriosis? How will she know? Even after having all the symptoms, a woman who has the symptoms of endometriosis, the severe menstrual pain, the pain during sexual intercourse, generalized lower abdominal pain, continuous pain that may have to be relieved with warm water bottles in the lower abdomen. If she has all these symptoms, the first thing, you have to meet your gynecologist, and then she's examined, evaluated, and some investigations can be carried out. The endometriomas can be seen via ultrasound scan, and the other things that can be done could be laparoscopy and all of these to diagnose the endometriosis. Sometimes the severity of pain of the endometriosis may not be commensurate with the size of the lesion. What I mean by that is that a small endometriotic lesion can generate so much pain that a big one may not even generate pain. Some people with big lesions everywhere may not even know they are going about with endometriosis. And I can tell you, from our clinic, from our experience in our clinic, we've seen that endometriosis is quite common. It's actually commoner than people think it is. And this is one of the reasons why you have women coming down with infertility. And we know with this era we are now, you have a lot of educated women and childbearing is delayed. And the longer a woman delays the childbearing, the more extensive the damage of endometriosis may be. So I will advise every woman who has had any of the above symptoms and who is trying to conceive and she has been told she has endometriosis in the past, or and she's aware she has endometriosis and has been trying indefinitely to conceive, you have to act very fast. You have to consult us at True Care Fertility Clinic so that we can evaluate you and do the IVF, the needful, very fast, because we all know that IVF has a higher success rate with the age of a woman. So I will advise every woman out there who is listening to this program to please educate other women, to be able to let them know if you have a sibling, if you have a relation, a friend who has this kind of severe menstrual pain that needs to take medications all the time, that has lower abdominal pain, so please, and is having infertility, direct them rightly to seek help on time so that they can have their children. And we know what it means to have children, not to have children, and to have the blessings of children in this part of the world. So I advise every woman who has heard me to please act very fast. Thank you very much for listening to this program today.
Since there are two tubes, if a woman has one of the tubes blocked, then there's a theoretical 50% chance in getting pregnant. We've had a 62-year-old woman got pregnant with twins and delivered.
Many women go from one hospital to the other, trying to cure what is not actually a disease.
It can be pretty annoying when I have to deal with oil and grease in the kitchen, stains in the toilet, dust in my car and office. But the new Fresher Wonder Wipe multi-purpose towel, all of that is in the past. Now, my kitchen utensils are oil and grease free. My toilet is sparkling clean. My car and office, wow. And guess what? I don't have to worry about any other paper wipe and the stains on them. Fresher Wonder Wipe multi-purpose towel is first of its kind. It can be used anywhere and everywhere. It is strong, absorbent, hygienic, and it saves cost because it is washable and reusable. It comes in a normal and heavy-duty sheet for stain removal. Fresher Wonder Wipes multi-purpose towel is available in all leading stores in Nigeria. A quality product from the House of Daraju.
The #1 hot show.
You're still on Help Monitor Your Guides Good Health. This is the body care part of the show, and I have here Celia Penny Moses Nagwiko. She is an epigenetic nutrition educator and the founder of Celia Penny Foundation. And this foundation is saddled with the responsibility of erasing malnutrition in Africa. Celia, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You have a very big task ahead of you.
Yes.
Trying to eradicate malnutrition in Africa.
Yes.
And you're beginning with Nigeria, your own country.
Absolutely.
How has the experience been?
Not funny at all.
Okay, today we're looking at the effect of sugar, white sugar on our bodies.
Yes.
What does sugar do to the body?
Sugar in itself is a necessary thing,
Okay.
you know, that provides energy.
Okay.
It is something that God has already given.
Okay.
It's there in plants,
Okay.
you know, and it's meant to nourish or to give your cells a boost to produce the energy that you use to do work.
Okay. Is there in plants like sugarcane?
Oh yeah, it's in plants. It's in plants, sugarcane, your fruits.
Okay.
It's there, you know.
Sugar is also in some carbohydrates.
It's all plant foods are carbohydrates.
Okay, great.
All plant. It's a plant food. It's from plant origin. It is a carbohydrate, but all plants are not all the same because they have varying amounts of vitamins, protein, and so on, fiber content. You know, so they have all this in various amounts. So you find that plant foods, which are carbohydrate foods, some may be very high in protein and also high in fats. You know, like groundnuts, for instance, it's high protein
and fats as well.
Exactly.
But is it good fats, man?
Excellent fat.
Good fat. Also, I like peanuts.
Good. Which you can use for soup, stews, and
soup and stew.
Yes. Oh yeah. Soup, stews. You can use it as a drink. You know, of course, you use it with garden egg. You know, we have
garden eggs. Someone was telling me that too much garden egg is not really good. That it's inflammatory. Is it true?
People say all kinds of things, and I'm amazed.
That's why I'm asking it.
I would have thought it'd be anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, see, people say all kinds of things.
Especially the quacks who are talking too much.
Many people are
We need to talk to professionals.
Yes.
Who will give you the right information. Okay, now, so from what you've said now, there's the plant sugar that is good. Okay? That is necessary to boost the energy, to give you energy, all right? Which kind of sugar are you campaigning against that can cause malnutrition?
White sugar. Refined sugar.
Okay.
Yes. Refined sugar.
Okay.
For instance, you get sugar from sugarcane.
Okay.
You can also get it from beets. But when you get from sugarcane, the process is the liquid is squeezed out of the sugarcane, is taken to the factory, and from the factory, everything good about that sugar is removed.
Why should they do that? Why should they remove it?
It's to increase the shelf life.
Wow.
They want it on the shelf for a long time. Period. And besides, they want the kind of foods that is made with it not to be colored with the nutrients that's actually in that sugarcane. Sugarcane is not a white colored food. It's brownish.
Is that where you get the brown sugar?
No, brown sugar is actually a mixture of white sugar plus the original stuff that had been removed from sugarcane.
Wow.
So it's mixed, it's recomposed, or, you know, it's a mixture.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're trying to make the white sugar good.
So it's the white sugar that is the issue here now.
The white sugar
why is it? Why is white sugar not
because
good for my body?
It's totally devitamized, totally demineralized. There's absolutely nothing good because it now becomes a depleting food.
How? What do you mean?
Depleting in the sense that when you take it into your system, it stresses your body to such an extent that the nutrient that you already have there is sapped.
Okay.
It takes from you. It doesn't give to you. It doesn't nourish you.
So why do I need to take it?
You don't need to take it, but you take it because it's advertised. It's there in front of you on billboards, and it's written clearly, fortified with vitamin A, vitamin this, so you think you're buying something that is very nourishing, but the fact is, what they don't tell you is that they have removed like 20 micronutrients, but they're giving you back one.
Okay, now, so is it the same sugar you find in soft drinks?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that same white sugar that you put in your tea or in your pap when you're Quaker oats,
yes,
the same kind of sugar that you find in your soft drinks.
In all those processed foods, biscuits, cakes, same kind of sugar. Same sugar.
Okay, so who should stay away from this kind of sugar?
Everybody.
What of children? They need
everybody. Oh no, you see, children are actually growing, and the earlier you teach the children to start eating wholesome foods, the better for them, because they're actually growing and their immunity needs to be strong. They need to build a very strong immunity, strong constitution, and it can only come from the kind of foods that they're given. The children don't go to buy these foods themselves. The mothers provide the food.
But when the kids don't want it,
no. If you train up a child the way it should go, when he grows up, he will not depart from it. But first, you have to. Children are copycats.
and they copy
It's
what they see.
what they see you eat. You know what they see you eat. And there's a story of a young child, you know, and the mother, and the child was saying, "Oh, why can't I have what other children are having on adverts in TV and all that? Why can't I have it?" The mother said, "No, you can't have it because I love you more than they do.
Okay.
So I give you what is good for you."
Oh, great. That's a good one. That's a good response.
Yes.
That's a good one.
So when children know that what you're giving to them is because you love them, then they are likely to listen more to you than to listen to the TV.
All right. So now, what direct effects it has on the rising cases of diabetes, even in adults and children? Because we are getting kids and teenagers having diabetes.
Okay, sugar. For somebody to have diabetes from childhood means that the gene producing insulin is not working, and so the child starts from early childhood to take insulin injection. That insulin, the job of insulin is meant to open up the cells of the body to absorb the glucose.
Okay.
Because when you're eating carbohydrate foods or even protein foods, can be converted to glucose eventually.
And stored in the body?
Yes, as glycogen. But basically, it's meant to produce energy.
Okay.
Now, in where there is no insulin, the sugar will not be absorbed. Okay, that means the key is not unlocking for the door to open to absorb the sugar. So the sugar stays in the bloodstream, and somebody can actually faint when you have too much sugar.
Or even when you have too
little sugar.
Yeah, you can faint.
High blood sugar, low blood sugar, you know, both are bad. The key is to keep your blood sugar level even.
Okay, so what's the standard?
And to do that is to make sure that what you're eating, you eat slowly.
Okay, you don't hurry your food.
Don't hurry the food, and don't dump so much starchy foods or high sugar foods into the system at the same time.
Okay.
If you must eat, take like 30 minutes to eat, and you know,
And
eat,
chew it properly.
And chew properly.
Okay.
The more you chew, the less you eat.
Okay.
That's the principle.
But in this part of the world, most of our food is swallowed.
Swallow. Yeah,
You
but
swallow all the amala, all the inyo,
Exactly.
the eba, and even they swallow rice.
Yes.
Some people don't chew the rice.
Some people don't chew rice. You
So
know,
they should chew everything.
chew everything. A child learns to chew. Even if a child chews water.
That's great.
You give water to a child
What's
chews
chews?
water. You know, so but we turn things upside down. When a child is born, or when the child gets to an age where he's able to try to feed himself, and you put maybe a plate of rice there with a little meat, child reaches
So
for
the
the
meat
meat,
first.
you beat the child.
The
and
mother will say, drop the meat first. When you have to eat your food.
Finish your food, and then you can eat as a reward system.
Yeah.
But that's turning it upside down, because that rice is not going to do as much for that
As the
child
meat.
as the meat.
So you should actually eat the meat first.
Exactly. And don't start a child out with sugar drinks, just, you know, all this
drinks,
sodas and so on and so forth, because a child gets used to it. Sugar, white sugar, is very addictive. Whether you like it or not, it is addictive. It makes you want more and more. So people should be very careful. You know very well that only water quenches your thirst.
So you
Reach
take
for
water.
water. And the fact that you're even thirsty means that your body is telling you that it is too acidic. It needs to be diluted.
Okay.
And the only thing that can dilute that
Is
is
water.
water, not soft drinks.
Okay. Celia, I want to appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much. My viewers, please take what Celia is saying very seriously, okay? You need water to hydrate your body. And then too much sugar is not good for you. It doesn't give you anything whatsoever, and it depletes nutrients from your system. Thank you, Celia Penny.
Thank you.
Moses Nagbiko. Okay. All right, viewers, want to say a big thank you for watching. Health Monitor will return shortly.
Memories are created daily from events, photo and video shoots. Having the perfect studio, equipment and right team is everything. That's why I completely trust Arwell's Media with my event coverage, studio space, equipment, photo and video shoots. You too can have your memories and ideas created at premium quality by dialing 0701 699 6787 or send an email to jybtvonline@gmail.com. Arwell's Media is easily accessible at a secured and serene environment at number 6 Ajumobi Street off Acme Road, Agidingbi, Ikeja, Lagos. Arwell's Media, solving problems, executing visions and giving value.
Thank you so much for being with us throughout Health Monitor, your guide to good health. I did have a blast, especially the chat I had with Celia Penny Nagbiko, our epigenetic nutrition educator. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm going to practice everything she said, okay? Because I don't want to be in the statistics of those people who are malnourished in Africa, okay? And I'm sure you take the same decision that I've taken. Thank you for being with us. We want to catch you again next time on Health Monitor, your guide to good health.